Hello, Year 9s. Hope you're well. Today we're going to move on from Pythagoras, and we're going to do some revision of things that we learned earlier in the year. So the lesson we're going to talk about today, or the topic we're going to talk about today, is factors and HCF. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about multiples and the LCM. So your title today is Factors and HCF. If you have a piece of paper or a book to write that on, that would be good if you go ahead and do that. The starter is here on the page, so you can go ahead and get started with all of that. I don't actually have the answers to these questions, so I'm going to do them. So if you'd like to press pause, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can do the questions and then come back and mark it, okay? All right, with your green pens ready, or your pink pens, or your purple pens, or any color pen that you feel like marking in, 12 times by 6 is 72. 10% of 20 is 2. 15% of 80, well, 10% is 8, and 5% is going to be 4, so you can add those together for 12. Write 0.25 as a fraction. That would be 1/4. 1/2 of 14 is 7. 1/3 plus 4/9, that is 3/9 plus 4/9, which is 7/9. 18 divided by 3 is 6. Simplify, we've got 4a, take away 6a, which is minus 2a. And then we have 2b minus 7b, which is minus 5b. Negative 16 plus negative 2. Negative 16 minus 2, that is actually minus 18. And 462 divided by 6. 4 goes into 46 7 times. And then there's going to be 4 left over. I think it's 77. Hopefully it's 77. If I've done it wrong, well, I'm sure you'll tell me. You're normally pretty good about things like that. I am just trying to keep on talking so that I can get the answer. Yes, it's definitely 77. All right, let's get started on today's lesson. All right, so the big question for today is, what do the letters HCF stand for? And the letters HCF, they stand for highest common factor. So what we're going to need to talk about today is we're going to need to talk about what is a factor, so that then we can find out what is the highest one, which happens to be common to 2 or more numbers. All right, here we go. So in this question, we are asked to write down all of the factors of 16. Now, in the word factor is the word fact. So we need to think about what are some facts of 16. And some facts of 16 are that 1 times by 16 makes 16. 2 times by 8 also makes 16. And 4 times by 4 also makes 16. Those things are facts. Those are definitely true. So that's why I'm calling them a fact. And then all of these numbers that we've just written down, 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16, these are all the factors of 16. So the factors would be 1, 2, 4, 8, and 16. Now you don't actually have to write them in order like that. I just like to do it because I think it looks really nice. All right, let's do the same thing for the next question. Write down all the factors of 30. So 30 is a long one. Let's think of all the facts of 30. So I always like to start at 1. 1 times by 30. Let's see if we can do 2. 2 times by 15. 3 times by 10. 4 times by... I don't think we can do 4 times by something. It's going to be 4 times by 7.5, and we don't like to use decimals. We want both numbers to be whole numbers. So not 4. 5, that's going to be 5 times by 6. And if I go to the next number after 5, the next number is 6, which I've already written down. So I'm pretty sure I've got all of the factors there, so I'm going to write that. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 10, 15, oops, let me just try to rub that out. Never mind. 15 and 30. So there's all the factors of 30. Now the last question says, do they have any factors in common? Well, let's see. They definitely both have 1. They also both have 2. Do they have anything else in common? No, it looks like that's all they have. Now, they both have 2 numbers in common. Which one is the highest one that they have in common? The highest one that they have in common is 2, so the highest common factor would be 2. Let's try one more example. All right, I'm going to go through this one even more quickly. Write down all the factors of 12. If you'd like to, you can list them out like I've been doing already, like 1 times 12 and 2 times 6 and 3 times 4. And then you can write them in a nice long list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, and 12. And the same for 20. 1 times by 20, 2 times by 10, 4 times by 5. 1, 2, 4, 5, 10, and 20. All right, let's see what they have in common. They have 1 in common, they have 2 in common, and they have 4 in common. So the highest number that I've circled of both of those is 4. So the highest common factor of 12 and 20 is 4. And that's all for me today. You're going to go ahead and practice now, and that's it. Have a good day.